Well, I'm back with another video. Back with another video. Yeah, and I listen. I always listen. Because when the ancestors speak, I listen. They were talking about, okay, yes. Peace and blessings, everyone. Peace and blessings to the universe. All praises go to the Most High. Ashe, ashe, ashe. I am Queen. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. I am back with another 3 a.m. message. Okay. So, when I'm told to do something by the universe, I always do it because repercussions for not listening to the Most High is really, really bad. Okay? It's really, really, really bad. So, I do it because you don't know what's going to come out of it. I was laying here and I thought I was going to go back to sleep. But I don't rest until they let me rest. So, look at my complexion. That's what I'm going to say. Okay? I am a dark-skinned female, right? So, depending on how the light hits my skin, it's going to be different toned, right? So, I have a mole here, and I have a mole here. And you can only see it when I'm like in the light or you're sitting beside me, okay? It's not standing out like, hey, I'm turning into cancer. And that's not even a joke because you have people with the moles. My mom actually had to get one removed off her eye. And it was going to turn into cancer. I believe she got it removed. I know she used to talk about it all the time. I believe she got it removed. I can't remember. But anyway, yeah. I don't remember seeing it later, but but yeah. And it was on her eyelid. And when they grow out, you got to be really careful because when that mole grows out and it gets big, like it's about to fall off, that right there, you got cancer, okay? It can turn to cancer, and that's not good. And a lot of people get those removed. But I'm sitting here talking about this because the spirit was talking about this with me. If you're a chosen one, you're a starseed. I know that you've heard people say you're not better than anybody. You're not better than anyone, and you didn't even do anything but be yourself. And then you'll have people judge you all the time, even saying that you act funny just because you're quiet or you think a different way. Because starseeds and chosen ones, we don't think on the same level as people who aren't tapped in. We think differently, okay? We think with the God mind, okay? We use our Ori to think. And Ori, remember Ori is your head. Shahed. Ori. And you have to keep that head anointed, okay? Keep it blessed. Okay, so I would feel like the whole time, let me tell y'all the experience being married to my husband. And I have to talk about it because the spirit wants me to talk about it. Okay. Me, Queen, I am a very, very strong woman. And when you look at me, if you ever met me in person, I don't know how old you would think I am, but people think that I'm like in my 20s. And when I was slimmer, oh my gosh, they thought I was 18. That was horrible. I didn't like that. But yes, When you tap in, you eat right and everything, you look youthful, okay? And you meditate, you look youthful. So all my life, I've had to deal with people not accepting me for me or being jealous. And, they say if you don't have haters, you ain't popping, okay? So everyone has haters. And I had a fair share of mine. When I went to high school, when I got up in high school and bloomed and came out, my cocoon, I was a butterfly. It was crazy. I got so much hate because no disrespect to my husband at all, no disrespect. But he knows a lot of guys had wanted to talk to me. They only brought jealousy and hate for me. And people are quick to listen to other people without listening to both sides of the story or get your story at all. And I went through a lot of gossiping. I went through a lot of hate, okay? And people used to come to me. They would teach, these girls would teach. Oh my gosh, where do I start? It started with one person, okay? And she was small, and people was like, oh, you can thump her. You know what I'm saying? But I always had a good heart. I didn't just like to fight. I didn't fight, okay? And my first fight ended up being a girl that was bigger than me, okay? And of course, Queen won. But it made more girls want to fight me after that. I thought it was going to make them calm down, but it made them want to fight me even more. They would tell their younger siblings, don't mess with that girl. Have them looking at me sideways. Like, I'll talk to somebody to be like, oh, she cool. And then the other person who don't like me and their little group, they'll go whispering in their ear, don't mess with her. So I had my own little group of friends. And my friends were like, they were like cheerleaders. I was a cheerleader, but I didn't go forward with it. Yeah, that's another story. But cheerleading and like basketball, football, like beta clubs and all type of things my friends was doing, right? So my friends were popular and I was known, but I had a lot of haters. They didn't always like, I feel like I got judged way more than others my whole life. And that's just how it is when you're a chosen one, a star seed, because that's God keeping you in alignment. And hurt and pain, those tears, they matter. It keeps you in alignment. Okay, so I went through with this girl. She did not like me. They started bumping me in the hall. And me, I don't know why I would give people so many chances, okay? And it wasn't until I got tired and that I'll start, to say something. She knocked my book bag out my hand one day. All my candy went everywhere. People running by picking up candy like it's a parade that I spent my money on. And I told this girl, I said, I'm going to catch you. They're like, oh, who you talking to? I said, she know who I'm talking to. I said, I got you. After that, After that, we got to class. She said, one more smart thing. I heard gossiping about me. And really, when people don't know you, you can't pay no attention. But when it starts making your character look bad, you got to speak up, okay? And she was trying to make my character look bad. So I turned around and I'm like, come on, let's go. Queen was ready to fight, y'all. I was ready to fight. So the teacher comes and he breaks everything up, right? And she didn't ever get out of her seat. So I got my stuff and left class. I was that type of teenager, yeah. I was that type of teenager. I was a good kid, but I was headstrong, okay? And we be leaders and we don't even know that we're leaders, okay? So anyway, so people act like they don't like you, but you'll see them start to do things that you do. They'll start to dress like you, wear their hair like you. You see these piercings? Uh-huh. You see, I was talking about the mold. They'll start putting molds on their faces like you. They'll start putting jewelry in their faces like you or whatever. Tattoos, who knows? Who knows? Y'all better watch Single White Female, okay? Because I believe that movie's been redone so many times, but it's called Single White Female, okay? And people are really like that. Those are those bots, okay? Those are those bots, and they can't follow their own wave, so they got to follow yours. So same people that talk bad about me, they would go get nose rings. When I was 18, I had a tongue ring, and I just thought it looked cool. Okay, I had the tongue ring. Okay, and they were going to get the tongue ring. It was crazy, but I took that tongue ring out because I was like, this is not professional, and I'm a mother and wife, so I took the thing out. Okay, and it had no meaning. That was actually my second piercing. So I got a couple now, and these have meaning. These are the ones I had to get. I didn't have to get that in my tongue. So anyway, to stay on topic. So I had family members, my own people, to hate on me. And it only take 2 seconds for me to figure people out if I could be around them or not. Because, oh man, I got told, oh, you talk like a white girl, you act like a white girl. I got told all kind of things, okay? I went to a school where the majority was, Hispanic Latinos, blacks, okay? And yeah, blacks and Latinos, mostly. That was the majority of that little town at that high school. So yeah, I got judged a lot. And the ringleader was smaller than me. So I was misunderstood, okay? Misunderstood. But chosen ones, we go through this. The meaning for me telling you this, we go through this because people can see your light. Some people can read the blessings that you have in front of you when you can't even see. You can't even see how special you are, but they see. You're just being yourself, but they see. And they want to say, oh, she thinks she's better than somebody. Oh, he think he's better than somebody. Or, you know, because it doesn't just happen with females, it happens with men too. Yes, it happens with men too. And I think it gets more dangerous with men though. But these haters, these haters come in groups because they're bots, okay, y'all? I remember sitting at a football game. Nothing happened that day. And it was a group of like 50 people standing in a group. Like the bleachers were all the way up. It was like a 2-story. And you look down and my friend was like, why they keep calling your name? She said, you're not going down there. She go and check. And she come back. She like, they want you to come down there so they can jump you. Like 50 people, y'all. And she like, what did she do? And nobody could ever say what I did because I didn't do anything. It was either, oh, she ran her mouth. They like, what she be saying? Nobody could say what I be saying because I don't say nothing. I'm quiet as crap. Okay? And I'm on my business. Just because people are like this, I'm on my business. Until, like, when you got a quiet person like me, and I had to learn to speak up because people would run over me. And people would frame me and have people looking at me crazy, okay? And I had to learn to speak up, okay? So, yeah, high school haters, they was popping. They was everywhere, okay? People would be like, boys would be like, oh, why these girls don't like you? And I'm like, I don't know. And I didn't care because I was a free spirit, you know? I was like a butterfly. I was a free spirit. I'm like, whatever. I'm like, I'm not here for them. I had my own friends, you know? So years later, I go back. I had to go back. That's where the universe sent me back. When you tap in, the universe is going to have you go through this loop until you complete it right, okay? So I go back, and the same people that was hating on me was laughing at me because I was low, right? And I said, oh, wow, they get to laugh at me. It didn't feel good at all. It didn't, because I always knew that once you were high, God could always knock you off that high horse. I always knew that. But getting knocked off my high horse, that didn't feel good at all. That felt horrible. That felt horrible for me and my family. But it was people laughing at us. It was people talking bad about us. And that's what they did. And the same people that hated on me, that saw me in a higher light, because I was spoiled. I had clothes, new clothes and shoes all the time. And I didn't have to do much to my hair, wake up and take the scarf off, comb my hair, shake it, and go to school. And they're like, oh, how you get your hair like that? You roller set it? I'm like, I was born like this. Excuse me. But yeah, and I guess it would be making me seem cocky, how I was, but I wasn't ever cocky. I just had a free spirit. And they'll ask my friends, how is she? How is she? And they like, she's silly. Like, she cool. But sometimes you just have to speak to people. And that's how you'll know how, like, if you can talk to them or not. Don't just go around ignoring people and judging them, because you don't know how a person really is until you speak to them, okay? So, chosen ones, don't let that bother you, okay? Don't let it bother you, Starseeds. Don't let it bother you when people hate on you, because they're going to talk. They're going to judge you. That's only your test to keep you in alignment, okay? Just know this. And it's always a lesson learned. But when I went back, I got to do it all over again. And things that were said about me and things that were done, God corrected it and He fixed it. And the shoe was on the other foot, because He will make your enemies your footstool. That's real. He will make them your footstool. So don't let nobody dim your light. I've cried so many times through my life. I've cried to the point where my eyes wake up and your eyes be swollen. And that's all about the healing, okay? Just heal from the things that people do to you. Don't live in that burden, okay? Because it is a burden if you dwell in it too long, okay? Because you're always going to have haters. You're always going to have people talking about you, judging you, okay? They might say we listen and we do not judge, but they're always judging. They're going to listen because just so they can gossip, okay? Move in silence. Stay to yourself, okay? Because everybody does not have good intentions. They might act like they do, but everybody does not have good intentions. So years later, I married my husband. And I'm going to tell y'all why I was talking about the mole on my face, okay? This is in depth. So, this right here, mole on my face, I had this mole showing on my face since I was in high school, okay? This right here came up later, okay, through my 20s. So, I hadn't ever wouldn't ever want to meet this girl. I can't even say it's like a ex-girlfriend, because it's so many years ago. My husband was a teenager. So, if you look back in my videos, you'll see me talking about that. But later, this is how it be for us chosen ones, and we try to stay in our place. Then it started being, look, my husband said, he he sleep. He always give confirmation, huh? But that's how it be for us chosen ones, us star seeds. And later, later, my own mother-in-law started hating on me, okay? My own family. I felt like it was hate because it didn't make sense. Anybody would realize it was hate. Nobody's hallucinating. They got jealous, like they would get jealous over the things. Like me and my husband, when me and my family moved, we moved together. That's just how we always moved. And they'll be like, "Oh, get on some space." And I'm like, I'm pretty sure that we're taking up each other's time. Like, it's not either yay or nay. It would be crazy, like people judging, right? You always gonna have eyes watching you just because of who you are. Okay? It's plain and simple as that. So we gotta move in silence as starseeds, as chosen ones, God's people, because those bots, they only here to lower your frequency. But anyway, yes, my husband, this girl for a long time, I was talking about that. So, apparently she has moles on her face. My own mother-in-law started hating on me, bro, and she's like, "Oh, he like," I don't know. She got mad because I don't know. She was starting getting jealous because of how he treated me. I guess I don't know. I do know, but that's another story. I actually did a story about that. I did a video about that. It's in one of my previous videos. So I don't like to talk too much about her. But this time I gotta bring her up because it completes my story of what I'm telling you, okay? So I didn't ever know that it was so important to have moles on your face, right? Apparently this person has moles on their face, and when I was getting all the hate I was getting, I'm like, if y'all so happy, why are y'all worried about us, for one? And that's just how it goes for us starseeds, because somebody is always going to be worried about you, always going to be wondering what you're doing. Okay? Just because you're minding your business, you always going to have people worried about you. Okay? Just, hey, move in silence. So you got to learn how to move. You got to learn how to work the witch, so the witch don't work you. That part. So they told my husband, "Oh, she don't draw her mother on." My husband like, "Really? Really? No, she don't draw her mole on." He's like, "Are you crazy?" Like, my wife is dark skinned. Maybe that's what it is. You don't see it. I don't know. But he said she don't draw it on. I'm like, this is outrageous. Let me be me. So that being said, Starseeds, chosen ones, God's people, you can be you, okay? Be a free spirit. People are always gonna hate. They always gonna talk. But let that be your inspiration. Let that be your inspiration. And I like to tell my children, ain't no better get back than getting your money up. Now that's the best get back, getting your money up. So that being said, I am Queen Ashe. I am Queen, and I'm gonna try to get some sleep, y'all. I know I keep hitting y'all with these videos, but it's only by spirit I got to. I'm gonna try to get some sleep. Try to. When the universe is speaking and speaking. I am Queen. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and y'all be easy. I love you, fam. I love you, supporters. Thank you to my supporters. Y'all have a great day. Ashe, ashe, ashe.